buffing and
painting and flying.
Yeah.
Who knows what else we're gonna be doing?
We're gonna do a lot of stuff today. Is this cord here working?
What's it plugged into?
That orange extension cord down on the floor?
Yeah, should be.
Yeah, it's working.
And there's also that hanging on that column right there. That's hot.
Yeah, but need to be able to move the camera around. So we got one watcher and one light. I like that. Okay, so today, what the, I better put these in the refrigerator.
I think this paint in this big jar here is the stuff.
Is the right stuff?
I think it is because it's got so much orange in it. And I definitely, Barb even said something. Boy, that red's got a lot of orange in it. And I was shooting it on there.
It don't look like I'm on the airplane though.
No, but it sure did. When I was doing it, when I was painting, you could see the orange in it.
2 and 2, we like that.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the humdrum.
Okay, first thing I want to do is I want to put the ends on this handle. Today I got to make a set of lines. I don't have any scissor clips either.
I mean, scissors clips.
Yeah, light connectors.
Yeah.
You got any?
I don't have very many there.
I need 3.
I don't have them down here.
This is my brand new Casminato handle, 280 million yen. Do you have it? Where would your electrical pliers be in this? I need to swage those ends, and I'm looking for a set of electrical pliers that have a little dip in them.
They're in there somewhere in one of these.
That ain't them.
Those electrical pliers?
Yeah, the pliers I'm looking for are curved on one side and have a little lump in it for doing butt end connectors. No, that ain't it.
Well, I don't have that kind.
Well, how am I gonna switch them stupid things?
You had the right size swedge, you swedge them the right way.
You got
all the way around evenly.
You got the tool to do that?
Nope.
I got this is the swedge that Kaz sent with him.
Man, that's huge, isn't it? Is that a double-sided one? Does the swedge have 2 holes in it side by side to joining? No. I take a pretty big pair of pliers to do that with.
I should have. me draw a picture of what the thing looks like.
I know what it looks like. And technically, it should be round or diamond shaped, sort of, when it's done. I don't know if that diameter will go small enough or not.
I ain't done either.
No, those are ball link tools. That's a ball link tool.
Yeah, these pliers don't even have enough ass to do it.
Well, no, you wouldn't be able to switch that. You need like a pair of vice grips that have the flush jaws and then drill the right size hole in them and then.
I had to take a run to Harbor Freight. That's them right there. They're not quite like mine, but well, hell, it's even got a round one.
If it's the right diameter. Pretty close. You can do that on each end and do the other one in the center or something. You can put them in a vise. Is that the round one and I'm squishing it off center? Huh. Do them 90 degrees to one another.
I don't want to do that. We're gonna test it. You think should put one in the middle right there like that?
Why not? Unless it was to crack it or something.
Of course, we're gonna test the lines in the handle before.
Oh yeah.
Dan Winship, you better get out of that chair and get out in the garage.
Oh, Danny. Look at that VF motor and. Okay, we're bypassing this one step here.
What? What's that?
I'm not testing that one, just going straight to this one because this is the bulk. Because I don't have any anyway.
That's it.
Looks like it to me. was, cause I got paint on my fingers.
I wonder if I should put some CA down in here.
That wouldn't hurt. You want medium?
No. Okay. Just drop right inside. Let's do the back side too.
Might want to spray with some kicker.
Got a nail that I can hang on? Get warm?
Ouch, ouch, ouch. Look at that. Yeah.
Didn't take you long to inspect it. All right, we got a new handle. Let's see if we got something to test it with. Can't believe you got no nail in the rafter anywhere.
What do you want to? You gonna try to hang from a nail?
Yeah, put these loops on a nail and pull on
There's
it.
a freaking crane right there.
Okay, got her down.
If the battery's good on it. Battery might be dead.
Dead. You're plugged in? Oh,
It's a car battery. Battery must be dead on it.
well,
Hold on. Let me think for a second.
well, if we got a piece of wire, 1/8" music wire we could put in it.
The car battery must be dead. That's let me think here for a second.
Screwdriver, that's it.
I had a little mini clevis at one time.
I'm not gonna hang on it, I'm just gonna pull on it. Screw straight slot, fill it. Big one, right there. Now this may seem overkill, but I don't wanna lose my airplane first flight out.
You just slipped.
Yeah. It would help to tighten that nut up, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the problem with doing it like that, is because you can't keep that level. If you got them both together, but then again, that's not right either.
This is the wrong Allen wrench. You got a metric?
My God. Buy them Japanese handles.
I mean, it seems, I was pulling on it pretty good. It seems like it's gonna hold.
If you can hang your weight from it, that's.
Yeah, I think
You're picking yourself off the ground.
airplanes don't pull that hard.
No.
Okay, this is set. That's one thing done today. 9 and 4. Yes, weighed the Continental at 60 ounces. Good evening, or good morning, Chris. 60 bones.
Which Chris is that?
Everson. It's 2 ounces heavier than I would have liked it to be, but what can I do? So today on the ride over here, I stopped at AutoZone. I did get 6 rolls of this for $65, so that was $13.
Yeah, that's not cheap.
These are the best paper towels for paint. The best.
But you don't use them for junk stuff.
Yeah, too expensive. They didn't have any 5,000. I got 3,000, 1,500, 1,000, 2,000, and 2,000. So we're going to start with 1,000 grit. They didn't have any big sheets. They only had these little sheets.
You can only get those in 5,000. You can't get sandpaper in 5,000, isn't it, or 8,000?
I was getting 8.5 by 11 sheets of this.
3,000 probably.
They didn't have any, all they had was these little half sheets. They didn't.
That's because they can rip you off more. How often do you guys have your paint guy come out here to the shop?
Twice a week.
That's who I get it from. Then you could buy a whole book of this stuff if you wanted it, 50 sheets or whatever, 25 sheets or however many's in the book.
Yep, you got your stencil on the floor. See, I didn't grab your good scissors.
Good. You're learning. I'm wondering about this stencil. I'm wondering if I would cut these little nibs off this. Just make that good. Sort of like this 3 is. It doesn't have any of those in it.
Yeah, there's one.
Not that little sharp point.
It's entirely up to you.
Because I'm wondering if that's not going to mess up when I go and try to paint that.
Nope. Nope.
I know.
Look how tiny those little things are on the Eagle. You just have to be careful.
They'll probably do when I pull that backing off. They'll probably go pink.
It can happen.
Static electricity making them zip around there.
So I'm going to try to mop this all out. And you thought the sanding was over. This is the only way you're going to get a shine and not use paint. Because there's very little paint on this thing.
Either one of these airplanes got the same amount of paint on both of them. There's none.
1 quart. Did you listen to Hunt last night talking about?
No, I didn't listen to it. I don't watch it. I normally watch it in the morning.
He's finishing his with base coat, clear coat with 4-ounce finishes.
Really?
Yeah.
4-ounce finish, yeah.
I'm from Missouri. You know what Missouri is?
got
right?
2 colors.
Yeah. You know, it doesn't matter. That's 3 different things. Base coat white, base coat brown, and clear coat. He says the whole finish is 4 ounces. And I'm from Missouri.
Yeah. Show me state.
You're going to have to show me.
Well, that's a tough one. I'm gonna say that is a tough one.
He's over there painting right now. At his buddy's body shop. He's painting.
Okay. I remember somebody talking in a motel room on the video somewhere about 80-ounce airplanes or 85-ounce airplanes.
Yeah, was he in there with him?
I think I remember him being there. Wendy was there. Pricer, I think, was there. There's 3 or 4 guys.
Okay, we got to sand out with 1,000 on that. I mean, the whole airplane needs to be sanded. Let's see if it flattened out. Not really. More rubbing.
What are you sanding with?
1,000.
I should cut it pretty good. Of course, it's still sort of green when green paint doesn't cut it as fast. You can hear it working.
It looks better. I'm not going to sand the open base till it's about a week.
Yeah, you gotta put some pressure on it. Doesn't take the longest. Those are the hard jobbers. Let's see here.
This time I got enough clear on it that I can sand it. The Tucker has less clear on it than this, but you know what's weird? Tucker outweighs this airplane. I think it was 61 or 2, wasn't it? I guess I could go get it. It's out in the car.
Well, that one's not done yet either.
Yeah, it is. Oh, this one?
Yeah.
It's done enough. If it flies good, we won't mess with it.
Depends on if you're shooting for an extra quarter point in the pin.
That concourse thing is a popularity contest.
It certainly can be.
I'm never going to win that. I'm not very popular. Because I say things that tend to.
You're not the best guy at mincing their words.
Yeah. Let's get a piece of 15. We got 1,000. Let's hit it with 15. 1,500 you can go right to compound, but we'll hit it with 15 and then 2,000 and see what happens. I want to cut this in thirds. I got one of those.
You do? I wonder where you got that at.
Yeah, some guy made it for me. Let's see if we got any chatters. Yeah, that's it. 3M fine line, that's what we use. And that price that you got there is a good price. $12.51 for 3M fine line.
Yeah, that's a pretty good price. We paid more than that.
Yeah, I paid as much as $20 a roll for it before. I think they see you coming. And they see me coming anyway.
You know that guy down there at the paint store told me, he says, not too many guys use this stuff anymore.
What do they use?
Masking tape.
Well, this yellow tape seems to be pretty good.
What about that placement? You think it needs to go forward more?
No. Well, it depends how you look at it. If you look at it from the trailing edge of the flap, it needs to go back. If you look at it from the center of the wing without the flap, it's in the right spot.
I always think they need to head more towards the front. You know?
Measure mine.
The big thing is I'm just checking it right now because I want to see where it's going to sit at on there for whatever work I'm going to do on this wing. I know I'm going to start with this.
So the plan of attack today is that John and I are going to be down in here for a while. Then we're going to go upstairs and make some lines up. You going to make lines?
Yeah, I probably should make a set of that.
I got 5,000 foot of line.
You can always use a fresh set of lines. You know, you should probably change them out every year.
Yeah, ones I'm running on now are 3 seasons old.
Just pitch them, you know, don't ever trust them. Of course, I guess you cut them down if you cut both ends off of them. That's where they'll break it more than likely if they break it anywhere, unless you're really abusive.
Unless you have guys stepping on your line.
Yeah, I get that all the time. I can't understand why that happens because here we are, fellow control line guys, and they're walking on line. What gives? Then I watch some of them speed flyers and stuff, the way they drag their lines across the ground and everything, and I'm like, Jesus.
Yeah, them combat guys are the worst.
Well, yeah, they really drag them around.
The zen of sanding. If you ain't into sanding, you ain't into building model airplane. Okay, that's 1,500. And now we'll hit it with 2,000. And then we'll polish it and then hit it with 3,000. And then just before the gnats, I'll sand it with 5,000 and polish it again.
He's sitting in the motel room.
Yeah.
With his little electric buffer.
Yeah.
Would you hurry up so I could use that?
So that's 1,000. Here's 2,000. I should have bought more sandpaper. You only get 5 sheets in here.
How much was that a package? Should have gone to Harbor Freight. Of course, they don't have superfine. I don't think they have much less than 2,000.
They don't have 2,000. They got 500.
No, I know I get 2,000, 1,500 there. But it's hard to find. You gotta sort of be on the lookout for it. Let's see here.
I could be like Bad Chad and put 3 gallons of paint on it.
Yeah.
Painting a control line airplane is getting the most out of nothing.
Yeah.
And I hear these guys talk about weights of their paint or whatever. It's impossible.
I know what it takes to get a 6-ounce finish. I know what it takes to get a 10, 12, 14-ounce finish. One guy said he had a 28-ounce finish.
That'd be Len.
Yeah. On a Strega, which is a heavy airplane to begin with. I think it was a Strega.
Yeah.
They build heavy. Got a lot of ribs and a lot of formers.
Let's see if we got any chatters. Thank you, George.
What do you think if I just...
When you see this after it's polished, it'll really pop. You want me to take that out for you? Got my red, white, and blue hat, my red, white, blue shirt. Gonna play the national anthem. Proud to be an American.
Yes, there's drumming his guitar. That's sort of playing Jane, but everything else is sort of square. Nothing's really.
Yeah, that's close. Except I would round it. I mean,
Well, it's just an easy way to sort of get an idea of what it'll look like.
but I would have the same on the bottom.
You just want me to put more paint on this thing. I know what you want me to do.
No. Okay, so now you get to see the magic. It's pretty flat. I mean, it still could be sanded some more. But this is the first sand out. And the paint's not really dry. I'm kind of rushing it, forcing it. The reason I say it can be sanded more, I don't know if it'll show up in the camera, but we'll try. If you see all these shiny spots in it, like right here, you need to sand that till it's all gone to get the most out of it. But I don't know how much I can sand this. I mean, there's quite a bit of clear on it. But I don't have any more blue, so I don't want to add more. I think I'll hit this a little bit more though. Go back to the 1,000, work it. Yeah, I got it.
I think I gotta go with the biggest circle that I can go with.
Use a paint can lid.
I don't want to draw on it. I'm gonna cut a piece of vinyl.
Use a paint can lid or that roll of tape. I've used tape many times.
Yeah, I know. Me too.
Just make sure that you don't take any tape off the roll until you get both of them drawn.
Get everything done, man.
Okay, I just gave a valuable lesson in sand out if you guys paid attention to it. I went back and sanded. Yeah, I got 90% of it out now. I mean, you still could go some more, but I don't want a chance going through the paint. Because I'm sanding with 1,000 grit, it's pretty aggressive. At least when you're buffing, you're moving paint from the highs to the lows. Here, I'm just grinding it off. Lots of lubricant. Dude, I don't even know if this thing flies yet.
That's a lot of work to put in the line and not know.
But just like that guy said, how do you know it's gonna fly? Buy a new one. Well, I built enough of them to know it's gonna work fine.
Yeah.
This doesn't have a 22-inch tail moment and an 11-inch nose moment. Okay, let's spin it up and see what it looks like. And get it dried out. Oh, wait a minute. That was 1,500. I got to sand down. Well, that was 1,000. So we got to sand with 1,500. Now you think, well, what difference would it make? 1,000 grit leaves scratches. 1,500 leaves scratches.
Yeah, do.
We want a mirror finish, so like rubbing on it with a piece of notebook paper. You can hear it. I've got to do this to the whole airplane. The whole thing. Good thing I like sanding.
Yeah.
Okay, that was 1,500. Now we'll go to the 2,000. Oh. Yeah, be very careful not to get any grit in the thing because you could grind a groove in something. Curious what you use for buffing. Rubbing compound. Oh yeah, I'll be showing that here in a second. I just ordered another container of it because I'm running low. I use 3M Finesse It. It's a petroleum product. You can smell it. It smells like gasoline in a way. Well, not like gas, but you can smell it.
You can tell.
Yeah. So I'll give you that part number here in a second, and I'll show you the buffer I use. Now, I've been a mechanic forever, and I got $1 zillion invested in tools. I don't have all my tools here where I'm at, but I probably got 60, 70,000 in tools. This buffer I'm going to show you is pretty pricey, but I think well worth it.
If you're in the mood for one, Griot's Garage has an electric oscillating buffer kit, and they even got a kit.
No, this ain't oscillating, this is rotating. It's like I got a big buffer, a Makita. You try to polish it polishes airplane great, but you try to polish an airplane and the edge of that wheel catches a leading or trailing edge, it'll flip it around.
Clutch, I think the one that grows has a clutch in it.
It'll flip it right across the garage.
Yeah, you rip it apart or does something. Yeah.
But it polishes nice. Okay, we spent how many minutes? I spent half an hour just on the leading edge there, sanding. And this has to be done over the whole entire airplane, this exact process. I'm going to wait to do the open bays for about a week for it to cure out better. This is pretty fresh paint. We still got a few dimples in it, so it's gonna need another sand out. But here's the buffer I use and the compound that I use. This is a snap-on detail buffer. Model number CTPP861GM. they're ridiculously expensive. But anything from Snap-on's ridiculously expensive. And the compound that I use is 39003 3M Finesse 2. And a little goes a long ways. All done. I also use the rippled pad, foam pad. You start out slow so you don't sling it all over the shop. You want to bump it about 1,500 RPM. Stay off the edges because you can burn an edge pretty easy. And if you think this is as fast as it goes, you'd be wrong.
Yeah.
Baby's got about 10 grand on RPM. If I flick the switch, listen to this thing. It's ridiculous.
That's too fast. You'd be burning stuff.
Yeah.
Speed. Different colored pads mean something, you know, as far as
Yep.
coarse, medium, fine pads.
Then I use this wax and dry, Carnauba turtle wax or whatever to remove the residue. Let's see where we are. And I got a lot more buffing to do. I think I need some stouter compound. So for the stouter compound, I'm going to use this McGuire Ultimate compound. Getting that wet look now. Yes, indeedy. Coming up. When I spun that thing up real fast, did it throw shit over there?
It could have.
Yeah, inspect your airplane real good. Make sure it didn't get any on it.
I didn't feel anything hit me, but it doesn't mean that.
Well, there's scratches still in it. I'm gonna have to sand it with a 3000.
Yeah, it keeps taking the scratches out, taking the scratches out, taking the scratches out.
That 1000 grit is pretty damn aggressive. If you look here, you can see scratches in it. So maybe I'll just hit it with 2000 again.
Yeah.
Now, what do you think? Is it, let's see here. Let's see. Hi, Sparky and John. I know you fellas have your own design ideas. I do like these XL stunners with the 60-inch spans. Since there is a lot of nice classic 50-inch stunners, could you enlarge those plans okay? No. Well,
It doesn't really enlarge directly.
no.
I mean, you can't take an 049 plane and make it into a 60 size stunner and really have. There's just numbers at work. If you pick a good designed large airplane, put those numbers in it, massage the shape of things to look like what you want it to look like, and then you have a solid base to go off of. There are prove-it numbers, and they're plus or minus numbers. They're not necessarily one set of numbers that works. There's a range, and then things that you can use to go by. But if you take a good solid airplane to start with, an Impact, an SD, any of your main airplanes that the guys are flying, by making an airplane look like a classic airplane doesn't make it classic legal either.
No. You see, this airplane and this airplane are the same airplane.
Yeah.
My Tucker is the same airplane.
Sort of.
Yeah, I mean, but the numbers are all the same.
Well,
Close.
but they're not the same. I mean, I got a different,
Yeah, you like the long tail
a
moment.
little bit longer. I mean, it's not exceptionally much longer. Yeah, 17 and a half hinge to hinge. Sparky's got 16 inches hinge to hinge. So I'm an inch and a half longer hinge line.
What's the nose moment?
I got 10 and a half.
What do I got? I don't remember.
About 10 and 5/8 actually. You got about 10 and 3/8, 10 and 5/8. But then again, I've got a prop shaft extension on the front of the motor too. It's 5/8 or 3/4 of an inch. So
You know what the biggest number is between these two airplanes? The biggest difference? I bet you don't know.
my wing's thicker, and I think my cord's just an 1/8 inch bigger.
No. No, the biggest number changes between here and the center line.
My wing sits higher. Your stab sits higher up than my stab on the fuselage side. But I don't know if that's,
It does make a big difference.
I don't know. I've had them all sorts of different ways,
They all work.
including inline. And I got an inline plane that flies just fine. And, there's been rumor going around that they don't fly. I think it flies just fine now.
Okay, we're gonna hit it with the 3000 because I had some extra scratches in there I didn't care for. This pad is about $10.
They better last for a whole airplane. One pad. What are they? 4x12 or something? 4 inches by 12 inches or somewhere around in there.
I think 4x8 maybe.
They're only one-sided too, aren't they?
That's it.
Yeah.
They do last. I mean,
I've done the whole airplane with one of them. Okay, now this is how I'm gonna do this.
ooh, I gotta slow down. I'm starting to see light blue through there.
That's not good.
I might have to doctor that up.
Put that.
Stay off that spot. Wasn't much clear on it as I thought. This must be a high spot right here. I'm gonna have to airbrush a little bit on there. Okay.
I don't know if I have to do this with masking tape.
Just take a razor blade and cut that right on the silk span.
I've done that.
Yeah.
Not a good thing to do.
No.
There's the Jeffy Boys elk trim.
Yeah.
Helps to sell. Who made this elk?
Wendy. You can't tell?
Must be an old one.
Oh yeah. Them guys believed in stout.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I got a spot here that I'm buffing real thin. Right here.
Same color, right?
Yeah, I'm seeing white. gonna need a touch up. I guess that was a high spot that I sanded flat. Well, that 3000 really helped. Oh, I can see my face. Ah!
That's a scary proposition,
Yeah. We got plenty clear on the nose. I can do this to the nose. Got about 10 extra coats on the nose. This ultimate compound works pretty damn good. I'd say at this stage better than the finesse it.
I got some different stuff up here. Yeah, right here.
That's looking pretty good. Much better than the other side. Yeah, we're starting to get it. Needs about 5 more coats of clear. You think it'll get it?
Do I think it'll get it?
Yeah.
No.
Well, then you'd be right.
No, I don't think it'll get it.
The reason why I say that is I see 2 little spots. Yeah, there's a spot right there of compound. And right there. Make sure you wipe that off.
You want to have this air all cleaned off.
I didn't do it on purpose. It's on the stencil, and you know, right there.
I'll wipe it down before I. Stuff shouldn't have any wax on it. I don't know. I just use these as the corner mask instead of using the fine line.
You're gonna fine line it?
No, not if I can help it, but I should.
Done your job right. It shouldn't pull up.
Yeah, I hear you. I think I got this thing laid out wrong.
I just dulled it out. How did I do that?
Green paint.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you may be right. Not bad. I guess we'll work on a nose.
Test piece here. See if we can have one. I'll make the points come together. So I need to change that angle a little bit. This might be the deal.
Well, I know this is probably pretty damn boring. An hour and 15 minutes of watching me polish.
Watching everybody's stomach grumble.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
I don't know what time it is, but it sounds like it's time for lunch. I don't know if I want to go through the. Oh, it's got some scratches in it there too. It might get another coat of blue on the leading edge here, all the way across. Of course, I don't know.
Ink lines in it?
Huh?
Have ink lines in it?
No. Let's try, instead of going for that 1,000 grit, well, I had quite a ways to get off of that. I mean, there was a lot of peaks and valleys on that side. Let's try just doing the 3,000 on this. Rip. Doesn't matter what the paint job is, if you got the right amount of sandpaper and patience, you can massage them into a gem.
Yeah, you can make them look pretty good. Where if I'll use this tape?
It works.
Yeah, it's an awful up front in your face line. I wish I had a bunch of that green kind. It don't stick as hard to this stuff.
Yeah, I got some scratches up here. I think if I just sand it with 3,000, I must have put them in there with 1,000 grit and scratches, getting out those pits.
Mm-hmm.
I should have known better.
That's you.
Yeah.
You got a tendency to hit that real heavy stuff. You get that 10 grit sandpaper out. Come on, I stuck it in my shirt then.
A little bit of heat.
Yeah, but it leaves that glue on there.
Lighter fluid.
Doing a lot of this popping because I didn't really rub it down. Just set it there.
Uh-huh. and you say, well, they're watching me. I've been over this 3 times. I will go over this 100 times until it's perfect. You have to do what it takes.
Yeah, that's a fact. Water cakes.
Yeah. A 1,000 was just too much. That 3,000 is just right. Morning, Kevin.
So it reminds me of a friend of mine. His name was Kevin. Had 2 sons named Kevin. Kevin, and Kevin. He was a good guy. He's an ex-Marine. He was just a hell of a guy. He was a very good friend of mine.
My name's Daryl, and this is my other brother, Daryl.
Yeah, well, it was sort of a family thing because I think his dad's name was Kevin, and all the boys got named Kevin.
Kind of like the Sicilian guys, Peter or Paul.
Yeah.
And they all marry a girl named Mary.
Yeah. Huh, Peter, Paul, Mary.
Yeah. Did you know Goodfellas? You ever watch that movie, Goodfellas?
Yeah.
They've restricted it now on Netflix, all because of one word.
I could only imagine. They'll let this rap music say anything they want to.
Yep. The whole movie is restricted now because of one word. I'm about so sick of these.
Politically correct crap.
Yep.
Exactly what it is.
You guys need to grow a sack and suck it up.
That's right. You want to know what you are? Pull your pants down. You're packing meat, you're a boy. I'm sorry, but sorry, folks. Just my opinion. Everybody's got one. Everybody's got an opinion. You use it every day, a couple times a day, probably.
Well, I think that's about as good as I'm going to get this side on green when it's green.
It's just gonna dog back up one.
Yeah. This makes it easier on the final stage. So all the hard work is done. Got a sand spot in that. Huh.
What do you think about that?
Yeah. Color you gonna paint it green?
No, I don't ever put green on my airplanes.
I think my Tucker's got green on it, doesn't it?
I think you put green on it.
Yeah, I got that scratch out. Yay! That 3000 works good.
The only problem about laying these doggone things out is the fact that you got a wing with two wings that are different lengths.
Yeah.
You gotta always take that into account. I mean, that doesn't necessarily mean the same center line dimensions. Tip to fuselage to tip. Cutting them circles like that sure does make it a lot nicer now, doesn't it?
Yeah. Since you got a roll of that paper, you're gonna give me about 10 foot?
Yeah. I had intended to.
Of course, it don't matter because I know that if I needed it, I just come over here and get it.
Pretty much it. I got 3 rolls of that transfer tape too. It's 2 rolls to equal.
Yeah, but
You got 50 yards, 150 feet. And each one of them rolls of 6-inch tape is, I think they're 100 feet, or maybe they're 125.
where'd you get them from? Amazon?
Yeah. You have to look for it because it was sort of hard to find. All I found before that was just that paper kind. I like that plastic, man. That is so nice because you can see through it.
Yeah.
And especially if you're doing a layered
Yeah, the color
stencil,
change.
you know, you can really position it over and get lined up right.
I need to set this on the ground and see how bad it looks. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to fix that. Might do that today. I can't live with that. You see it?
No, all I see is a glare.
Right there.
don't have any paint on it, man.
Yeah.
It's tough. Just quit doing what you're quit messing with it until we get.
I'm gonna paint it today. I'm gonna shoot it blue and a little bit of clear on it. But it should go on good now. I mean, it's nice and smooth.
You got a nice smooth surface. You better have plenty of thinner in it so it sticks good.
I'll just airbrush that spot and tape off that whole leading edge and shoot it clear. 3 coats. 80 ounces.
Yeah, that's the problem. That's every time you keep adding and adding and adding and adding, nothing that gets taken off. After you finish covering it, and they'll never take anything off of them. Just gains.
So I'm gonna leave the 1,000 grit alone. I'm not gonna sand with that again. It puts too heavy scratches in that paint. It might work good for urethane, but it's too.
You might be able to use it if you were color sanding the white or something like that, and you were gonna build back up on it, but you do a lot of sanding with 320 or whatever, and personally, myself, now this is just me, when I get done shaping anything, I immediately go to 400 or 500 grit paper, and because I'm not really removing anything, all I'm doing is smoothing. But yeah, 320, it'll still work. I mean, it'll work all the way up through to the paint. Once you hit paint, you gotta change. Or that's me, but everybody mileage varies. Let's see, so that one's going to be red. I'm not going to paint the bottom of that.
You're not?
I don't think so. They're running the vacuum sweeper again. One that's always running the vacuum sweeper. I guess that's a good thing.
Yep, wipe it down with alcohol. Prep-Sol. Hey Kevin, Edgewood, New Mexico. Yep, just wipe it down with Prep-Sol, alcohol, or something. It probably would be all right. I just wiped it down with Windex. It would probably be all right now.
On that airplane, it would be. But this thing, I don't like to use that stuff if I got tape on it. I'm afraid of it making the tape not stick right.
No, he asked me what preparation I was going to use for touching this leading edge up.
Oh man, alcohol, Prep-Sol, Windex, all the above.
Might as well sand this one out. We're going to sand it with 3.
So I didn't have to do that with this back here, except I had a fingerprint right here, and I saw that fingerprint. And I don't know what I did. I must have rubbed my nose or whatever and touched that right there. I had it on tape, and I think it might bleed under that tape a little bit and sort of mess with it.
Yeah, that damn 1,000 grit was just too aggressive.
circles we do cut. Quarter size.
Yep, I should have just sanded it with 3,000 because that got them all out just to 3,000. Damn. Oh well.
I'm gonna try to lay this out where I'm not painting. I was thinking about putting in a de-icing boot like on this thing, but it's easier to make square ends on it than it is to make round ones.
No guts, no glory.
Well, we got these circles in it, and it's not that hard. Not like hand take them. My problem is I always end up painting it first and then adding that at the very end. You know, so you get the layered paint thing going on.
Yeah. Damn. That turned out nice. I should have just sanded it with 3,000, no 1,000 grit. Okay, I just learned something, guys. Don't sand with 1,000 grit on dope. But it'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Need more light. Not enough light.
Where?
I'm just leaving that. I gotta be able to see that black checkerboard.
How many coats of base clear do you put on that before the white? Well, we were doing 3, but this one we went to 4 instead. Because we were having a little bit of adhesion problem. So 4 coats of base and then go to white. But you got to remember, your base is already white. At least ours is. Yeah, I took so much clear off of this, it's getting dull on this side.
Should still shine up right.
Not like the clear though.
Well, it won't show depth. need to get me a pair of them magnifying glasses like you got.
They got some new overs that have adjustable magnifying. You'd screw them in and you could,
Really?
yeah. Yeah, I rubbed all the damn clear off of that.
You didn't have much on it.
Yep, that's exactly what happened. I got the clear off of that side.
You only had a light coat on it.
So, I'm not gonna put it in a paint stand to do it, I'll just do it on the floor. Or hold it in my hand.
Hold it in your hand, I wouldn't put it on the floor. All sorts of dust down there to wreak havoc.
We got any paper up here?
Yeah.
Bob Hunt was talking last night about using paper towel did you hear that?
Mm-mm.
Oh.
I didn't watch it.
Oh, talking about we've been doing paper towels, but why use paper towel? Just use a towel.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, we just got all of our old throwaway towels that, they're put in the rag bin. Use one of them until it gets unworthy and then wash it and then use it again. And then by that time, it's really unworthy. So it's time to throw it away. So
I hope I have a little bit of blue left. I don't know. That's Brodak blue. You got any?
Yeah.
But then it may not match.
you know how you're supposed to mix all that shit together if you think you're going to run out.
I only need a small sputz on top of that.
It don't matter because it won't match. If it's just that little bit, 1/4 inch spot.
I know.
You can put it on there and it won't match.
Yeah, that'll look good.
I might come in here and do a second one.
Yeah.
It'll come out here to nothing. I want to try to make the same. I got to do something with the bottom of the fuselage too, and I'm thinking about I'm going to go red on the bottom too.
You get some of them spots that I was showing you last night right there on top. You can feel them. Right there.
Right.
No, you missed it.
I felt it.
Right there. Right there, yeah.
Right there too.
You paint it black or something, that'll stand out. Sweet.
You got to stop somewhere.
Yeah.
You got to stop somewhere. My canopy is probably not going to be black. It's going to be a baby blue or not that color, but a lighter blue than that. And now I'm going to take silver or white and just dust the edges of it. Maybe put a little crosshatch up there in it. But it's going to get either blue or silver on it. This right up here probably be blue. Blue here, blue up here. And then the stab will be done like the wing. We'll take this, do this red, and come back behind it with a blue stripe.
Yellow.
Needs yellow in it, I know. Maybe red, yellow, and then maybe 3 stripes, who knows? Red, yellow, and then blue.
Think this will be ready for the natch?
I doubt it. I would like for it to, but I'm 2 weeks behind you. Or more.
This was started a year before mine.
Yeah, but I don't live in an apartment. I have a house with yard work and maintenance and all that stuff that has to be done. And a wife. That's demand stuff.
You just learn from Dan, that's all.
Dan's not teaching me anything new. He's not teaching me anything I haven't done on my own. I'll have to prep all this thing. Just since I've seen the spots of that polishing compound. That's a hole.
That's a hole. I don't understand how you get those.
Well, the last 2 airplanes I've had that happen to. Last 2. And I haven't changed the way that I'm doing this outside of, and no, because I thin all my day 50-50 at first. And then that's all your base and stuff. It doesn't start getting rethinned until later in the process.
Well, if we're gonna try to fly these today, I'm gonna go up there and paint this. It's 11:30. What time do you think we're gonna fly?
Whatever time after lunch. $11:30. Why don't we go ahead and I can stop on this at any time. This isn't stop me. I'm not flying this airplane today. I got my Pennzoil airplane I want to fly. You need time for that to dry, so you need to spritz on some clear on that, some paint and clear or whatever, and get that done and let that dry, and then we can go eat lunch. And then come out, and by the time we do that, and I get loaded, and we go out to the field.
Gotta make a couple sets of lines.
Yeah. So it'll be 2:30 or 3 o'clock, somewhere around in there by the time we head out there. So, do it like that.
Got into my handle. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I won't do that again. Once I get this repaired, I won't hit it with 1,000 grit sandpaper again. Whee. But I did knock down the high spots.
That might work for a car. You know?
The outboard wing is 3,000 grit sandpaper. Look how much better that looks. And not as much rubbing.
Yeah, I've been using this stuff at the early stage of polish.
Yeah, I got that too.
Why is this empty? I knew I had some in there.
I got both those, but it doesn't work as good as this McGuire's. That McGuire's works pretty damn good.
And then I go from that and I go to this, which is polishing, more polishing, for fine floor marks and that kind of stuff. And then I go to Carneva or something like that you can use. Or that swirl remover stuff. I'm gonna cut all them things off then, because this one over here, this decal sticker I got over here has already got one of them messed up on it.
So I need to get this ready for ketchup. So how do I want to attack this? I get all this shit back in here. It's all smooth.
That's not going on there. I gotta figure out a name.
Usama?
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 There's been a Usama.
Usama?
Already been one of them. Who was it that did that airplane?
Bob Hunt?
Is that Bob Hunt's airplane?
Yep.
USA AMA is it meant?
Yep.
Somebody said there's a Usama airplane. And what is it, Derek Berry or one of them come up to my plane there. It's a Katana, you know.
Catalina?
There's that Cat-Ana airplane. The Cat-Ana. Well, yeah. Cat-Ana. Are you done with these crimpers?
Yeah. Anything that I put on or anything that I took off today is already going to get put back on. Get put back on today.
Listen, man, you know as well as I do, if you're not sanding it down to the bone, you're not removing a thing. I don't know that you could sand that whole color, sand that whole airplane and not remove any weight. You didn't put that heat shrink on this.
Not big enough. What he sent me. Little. I'll put the heat shrink on it at home.
Kaz makes some nice handles.
Yeah, but it's 10 million yen.
Yeah. Well, whatever that relates to dollars, $50.
They're $50, yeah.
Try to make all these parts and pieces for $50 yourself and see how much time and labor that you got involved in it. And if he was a smart man, which I know he is, that he would find parts and pieces that were universal. You know, just so happens that we got this machine that makes this one piece right here, and it worked perfect. It's already being produced. Is this the thong that he sends with it?
No. That's one of Melvin Shooty.
Those are nice. I started putting them on like that with the beads and the compression.
Doesn't that have beads on it and stuff?
Huh?
Doesn't that thong have beads on it and stuff?
Yeah.
That's a Melvin Shooty thong.
And you use what they call that compression fitting, copper bag. had some paracord for this string. I used that paracord on it.
You can't do that. Watch me.
Watch me.
Yeah.
The old saying is, watch me. I'm gonna double tape this before it pulls up.
Well, these lines here, basically, I'm going to paper over the top of this, but I'm only going to shoot about that much blue on it.
Yeah.
But I'm going to clear the whole thing up to the line.
You don't need to tape anything off to clear it.
What?
Don't need to tape anything off to clear it. You need the mask for the blue.
Well, there'll be a slight lump there. I'll sand that out, blend it in. Unless I put 60 coats of clear on it. I'll use your little airbrush to shoot that. That's probably all the blue I got, if there's any out there.
There's blue out there. There you go, blue.
See, the thing is here, that's the size of the head of a pin.
Yep.
But the clear's off of it. That's
Yep.
the whole thing. I guess Howard Rush is coming to the Nats.
Good. Good.
I see Dennis Moritz, my favorite liberal, is coming.
Yeah, I was looking. Did you look at that temporary flight order assignment thing that they had up there?
No. Where's that at?
It was on Stunt. Yeah, they're testing the system out is what they're doing and seeing, how it's gonna run. And
It doesn't matter.
draw all the stuff. I had ping pong balls, whatever they want to use, so
Oh,
they
they-
can
There used to be big fights over the draw.
reach their hand in the hat and have some kid draw names. Who cares? There's always going to be somebody thinks they got a raw deal on the circle draw or whatever, and who they're flying against on whatever circles. I mean, if you have a seeding or something like that, I guess you could literally.
There's something. Howard Rush doesn't even include me in top 20, and I've been top 20 for several years in a row. I mean, he don't seed me for some reason. I don't understand.
Well.
Huh? But he'll seed the advanced flyers.
There's some reason for it.
Yeah.
Normally, if you don't compete for a year, that'll knock you out.
Yeah, but I've competed every year I was top 20 last year, top 20 the year before that, top 20 the year before that. Whatever.
Answer me this. I think I flew a Prodac for every year but like 2 of them. And there's 3 or 4 years in there where I didn't even exist. Never got a picture taken of me, never got noted anywhere. My name couldn't find my name anywhere in any publications or anything like that. I don't know how that happened, but it did. I'm just a nobody. Yeah, no beginner, intermediate. Mike Lonky is live now, airing the combat contest in Michigan.
Oh boy. Can hardly wait.
I think he's going to put Sammy on one of the FBI planes. Had him out there flying one the other day. Yesterday.
Yeah.
I think the little guy's going to get his feet wet with the fast plane. He'll be good.
Good afternoon. Little history. Hey. I guess what we can do here is go up there and paint this, and while we're waiting for paint to dry, make a set of lines up. And then go to lunch. And then come back and go flying.
I'm just trimming them things off there. You can't hardly tell if you trim it off there.
Yeah.
This one, it had one of them that got messed up.
The end.
It got stuck to this is messed up here a little bit.
Yeah, it'd be all right.
This will be all right, but that middle thing was really screwed up. It got all twisted and everything.
Yeah, we're gonna need a bigger workshop. You never have enough room.
You need about a 60 by 60 pole barn.
That wouldn't be big enough. Remember when we were in service, I don't know how big an aircraft hangar is for a B-52,
They're huge.
but we got, when I was in the Navy on base at Miramar, the hangar would hold a full squadron of airplanes, and it was about 3 stories tall, the ceiling. You could fly, and if you cleared everything out, you could fly an airplane and do the pattern.
They were pretty big, but most of the times they didn't get the tail of the airplane in the hangar. The tail stuck out the doors, and they had little hatches in the doors they could close up around the back part of the fuselage, like right in here.
Yeah.
And then the whole tail would stick out. There's 6 stories or 7 stories tall. Top of the thing. Huge airplane.
See, our fighters weren't that tall, but
Well, plus you can fold your wings up and all that stuff. We didn't even have, we had 106s as our escort airplanes for the B-52s. When I was in. I trained on F4s, 111s, one of the sixes, B52, A, B, C, D, E, F, G up to G, or we were getting H's in, I think. If I remember right.
You got towels up there? You need to lay a towel over the top of that.
Whatever.
Yeah, come over here and put a piece of tape on the bottom of that, fold it under the wing so it doesn't fall off as we're going upstairs.
Any more is gonna fall down on you?
Should be, well, yeah, should be all right. I hope.
It's gonna take more than one trip. We'll get this stuff up there. I don't have to bring that paint and stuff up right now.
Are you gonna paint?
Am I gonna paint?
Yeah.
Not right now. I don't have anything masked off. I'm just getting, if I get this laid out where I want it, I got two things laid out right now. I wanna get one more section of the nose up here laid out, which I'll probably do tonight after we get back from flying sometime. Probably won't paint until tomorrow.
Bring a camera.
Yes, sir. You got your pop?
No, I don't have my pop. I don't have enough hands.
Oh man, you're just in sorry shape, aren't you? Let's see what we can do to help the boy out here. Bring his handle up. Bring his pop up. Bring his, I got some towels up there. I got towels. Ooh, I can feel the humidity in there.
I open the garage door. Let some of that humidity out. Hopefully it doesn't blush. Well, I got plenty of top coat. This is it right here. I had a little can. Shit. I put this out in the truck. I don't see that little can anywhere.
What color is it? Is it insignia blue?
Yeah. It was a little.
That's not it. Oh, it's that real little teeny can.
Yeah.
No, it's not here. There's insignia blue, and this is dark blue.
This is Rodex
Different.
Insignia blue. This is it. I'll have to use this.
Which I'm pretty sure is that. But
Yep. Yep. We'll know in about 2 seconds.
Yeah, won't take long.
15 watchers and 15 likes. No, I won't win shit at the Nats. Trust me, you think my airplanes look good, the guys at the Nats.
Oh my God. There is
That's my clear.
it humbles you.
That's the blue.
It'll humble the best of builders. You've never been to the Nats. You will be humbled.
Just gotta try to do the best you can.
Yeah. Looks black coming out of there.
I guess I should show. That big that was high in the wing, and when I sanded it with 1000 grit, it knocked that top off all the way to the white. That should be good. What do you think? Is that good enough?
You got better glasses than I do.
Spit when I drown the wrong pipe. Now I need my prescription changed because my eyesight's a little bit off. Humidity dropped when I opened the door. You feel it?
Yeah, I felt it because, but it's still higher than it was yesterday, 62%.
And what was it yesterday?
54.
Yeah. Should be all right. It's not real warm, so.
Well, that blue will brush just as well as clear will on the 25th.
So what are you using for the cap so we can spray thinner through this? I mean,
There's a little thing of thinner here somewhere. This little jar right here, I keep thinner in. I just hold it down in there and really nice. You gonna spray clear with that too?
no. I'm trying to get it clean for you.
Oh, here. Yeah, do it like this. This thing, I threw away my little brushes somehow the other day, and I had to go get some more. Here we go. That thinner.
I need to put this back over my stuff in case I need to spray it again. That's over my allotment, but at least I got a grip on where I'm at, because that wasn't a full pint that I added. That's mostly thinner.
Did you want this wash now?
It's clean.
I've got enough of these things that I got one for blue, and I've got one for yellows, and I got one for clears, so. I look at the gasket. It normally tells me what. That gasket doesn't fit very good in there. That's one of the oddball ones that I had.
Okay. Pray that it don't blush. Can you hold it?
Yeah, let me get a better hold of it than I had last time. I felt a little on the shaky side there. Anybody been making air hose that It's not permanently curled.
No. Or it's pretty peely. Ain't as wet as it was yesterday. That ought to do it, huh?
Yeah. Windy coat. Let it blow out there.
You think that's all it needs?
I hope it'll shrink and flow and if that clears, you already got retarder and stuff in it. It's not-
Oh yeah, there's lots of retarder, lots of thinner.
I'm standing back behind it, I can't see how it's going on.
Kind of peely. What?
What kind of air pressure's on that gun?
I don't know. About 20.
Normally. Shouldn't have changed. You didn't change it or anything, did it?
No.
No, it's got about 30. That's right around it.
That'd be all right.
It looked like that the last time you did it. I had to because nothing's changed. Didn't change the big air compressor. Didn't change the fluid.
It'll be fine. At least the white spot is gone. Just won't sand with 1,000 grit.
No. No.
Didn't like that.
Not working?
What?
I unplugged that one cord, you know, because the green one,
Now.
and then I unplugged it over there.
You did?
Yes,
For what reason?
when I cleaned up the garage.
Oh, well, that's all right. All right.
Well, I didn't know what it was going to.
It was just laying loose in here. Or it's hooked to that heater.
No, it should be laying loose because I left it laying loose right in front of the,
We're using it in there right now.
okay. Yeah,
It's all right.
that's not good.
So you really sort of, you're not straightening them, are you? You clean?
Cleaning, yeah. Yeah, it's laying down. It's not peeling.
Yeah.
Well, that's how you cheat the system, guys. And yeah, there'll be a little paint ridge there where the tape is. Says, little history says, what? Other guys at the Nats spend more time sanding? Impossible. Well, you'd be surprised.
Yeah.
Come and undo this tape off the bottom when I pick it up. Or you pick it up and I'll untape it. Let's get it untaped so it flows out. Set it in the sun so it dries. Yeah, that'll be fine. Hold on to it. This one's next. It's a good thing with double tape there,
Mm-hmm.
because it did run over into the white. Set it in the sun. And maybe it'll flow out.
I don't want to set it out there where the
Bugs are.
mailman or whatever could walk by and walk by with their headphones on half the time and don't pay any attention to.
It'd be great to have them step on it. So what are we gonna do first? We're gonna go to lunch and then make lines, or make lines and then go to lunch?
Well, it's 12. Only it's 12:30. Probably go ahead and eat. And make lines.
Looks like today is gonna be 3 sessions. It's gonna be this one. We're gonna go to lunch, and after we eat lunch, we're gonna make up some lines. We'll come online for that. Then we're gonna go out to the field, and I did bring my wireless internet so that I can broadcast from the field, hopefully. Of course, there was last time I couldn't get it to connect for some reason, but we will attempt to get it to connect so you can see the very first flight of this airplane. And that way you know there's no BS about me doing stunts with it on the first flight. That repair turned out perfect. Perfect.
Good.
And that's what it looks like. Of course, it'll be shinier when I get it all polished out. I just won't sand with 1,000 grit again. I'll just use the 3,000, 2,000, 3,000. That 1,000 was just way too aggressive. It put a bunch of scratches in it. Of course, I did block sand it and I took off that spot. Had a white spot right in the middle of the, well, it's still kind of see it. It'll be fine. All right, guys, thanks for watching. We'll come back after lunch and make up some lines, and then we'll go flying. What are we having for lunch?
I never thought about it.
Well, we got a choice. It's either Wendy's.
Yeah.
We got a big line selection, man.
$70 ounces. I could definitely get on the front row if I got kind of 2K clear on it.
And you take more than that.
But then it'd be a turd.
Fix all them flat trailing edges and all that stuff, 'cause I'll be looking.
I'm gonna work on that tonight. I got this weekend to doctor up all the squares.
Yeah, it's, right now, it just sort of seems like a never-ending project. You know, like you just keep chasing and chasing and chasing and chasing. And eventually you quit chasing, but, I mean, you quit chasing because you run out of something to chase.
Quit chasing because you get tired of it.
Part of it.
What do you got there?
My line box.
Got one just like it. My toolbox for line making. Hey, what's that? Oh, yeah, whole spinner. What's that? size is that printer?
1 3/4. This is no fish. Ever seen one of those? That's a PennDOT handle. Wasn't the handle I wanted, the handle I wanted was big too. I don't know if it was. Place PennDOT here.
Who made it?
PennDOT,
I don't think I like it.
it actually feels pretty good to me. They grab the handle the same way, it's just this part of it that is.
It's got bias in it.
This has got bias in it. This is Tom Morris.
I don't like those either.
No, because they don't give you enough up. I got more down than I do up. You need a straight up and down hand.
I like
These damn things for that. These are straight up and down.
That's a faster handle.
And this is a Rayco handle. This is the Rayco cable handle. You can adjust these up and down, around, adjust in between. And here's a Rayco custom wood handle. Built with, and comes with a little stand that sit out there so you can sit your hand down on the ground.
I got one that's got sliders on the bottom.
Made out of zebra wood. They're heavy, that's why I'm not using it. They're heavy. It's brown pink grooves in it.
I glued wood on it. Gadget's handles don't come with wood on them anymore.
Right.
But you can't use something as a kit, you gotta put it together.
Well, you gotta glue it on, but the wood's in the kit.
Also, look also. Okay, so it's not on the kit. Insurance probably 58015. Let me get the camera. These guys are probably sleeping.
These are all used lines.
Yeah, they work if they're okay.
What I probably ought to do is trash them.
Keep the reels. Well, that's
Keep the
that's
reels.
bulk line.
Yeah, both these are both lines.
All three of them.
One of them's 18, and two of them's 15, and two of them's 15. That's 15, so I think that's 18.
That's 15.
That's 15. There you go.
Shop ate it.
How would it go underneath something? I wanna know that. How would it go underneath? $35 a roll for that shit.
Probably $50 a roll now, or more.
A 100-foot tape,
I got one out there too.
70-foot 18s, 62-foot 18s. Those are race lines. These are old, you can tell. 66-foot 18s. I've been flying on 64-foot lines. There's 64-foot 15s. I guess I don't need to make up those if I need lines. 4-foot 15s. They look like pretty new lines. Guess I didn't really notice that. Says 64-foot 15s.
Another roll of bulk.
Yeah, metal. Not enough on there to do anything. You can get maybe one line out of it. Okay, so you're gonna make up a set of lines.
After lunch.
Okay.
You don't happen to have a line jig, do you, to hold the line?
I've been taking the 2x4 and pounding the nail in it. And hooking the tape measure on it and coming out here.
I've got one that holds the end so you can wrap them.
Yeah, I've got one of those things, but they don't work worth a shit.
All right, guys, thanks for watching. We'll be back after lunch. We're gonna go get something to eat and we'll wrap some lines and then go to the field. Fair winds, tight lines. See ya.
At least I don't use them.